Mike Dahm and Matt Mooney were rivals in Stars in the Summit League at SDSU and USD. They're sharing the same struggle to make the NBA after going undrafted. Both began taking their first steps today in the Summer League. The former Coyote Mooney got off to a quick start for Atlanta. Check out this step back and bank for three. He finished with 9 points on 3 of 11 shooting in 34 minutes. Got the start in the Hawks' 89-83 loss to Milwaukee. Dahm suited up for Portland's team but did not play in their 93-73 loss to Detroit. Tomorrow the Hawks play the Timberwolves and the Blazers face Houston. Former Coyote quarterback Chris Streveler stepped up in the CFL for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers last night. In relief of injured quarterback Matt Nichols, Streveler went 6 of 8 through the air for 42 yards and this touchdown while running 11 times for 44 yards and a pair of scores, leading Winnipeg to a 29-14 win at Ottawa. Streveler's Blue Bombers are the only undefeated team in the CFL at 3-0 and host Toronto on Friday night. After suffering through their first road losing trip of the season, coming back to the friendly confines of Target Field was just what the doctor ordered for the Minnesota Twins, who opened their final series before the All-Star break by making Texas toast in a 15-6 victory last night, and the Twins picked up where they left off in game number 2 this afternoon on a nice day at Target Field. Bottom 2, Byron Buxton just pokes the bat out, but finds some green grass, and will get 2 runs to score on the single as Minnesota goes up 3-0. Michael Pineda, that's really all he needed for most of the day. He was fantastic. He strikes out 9 while allowing just 5 hits and 1 run in 6 innings, and Minnesota is staked that early lead. However, Texas starts to put some things together in the 7th. Off the bullpen, Willie Calhoun exits stage right onto the concourse as it's a 5-4 game suddenly. That's when the Twins would call on Taylor Rogers, and did he ever answer the call? Striking out the side in the 8th inning. He works 2 1/3, striking out 5. Gives up no hits. He actually would pick up the save, and the Twins would get him some insurance as well in the 8th inning. Marwin Gonzalez, strong, long, and plenty on his 10th of the year. Minnesota up 6-4. They weren't done, though. 2 batters later, Jason Castro comes up. He puts one down the right field line into the corner. Jonathan Scope, who was on first, is on his horse. He's going to try and score. And check out the slide to score. It's been that kind of a year for the Twins. He's in, and that'd be the final tally as Minnesota takes it 7-4. They will go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon. In the midst of a 9-game losing streak the last time they were at the Birdcage, the Sioux Falls Canaries scored 24 runs during the entire 2-5 homestand in the month of June. If last night was any indication, July should be much better for them as the Birds battered Sioux City to the tune of a 16-2 win. Canaries looking to get back to 500 tonight in Game 2 of the series. However, it was Sioux City getting on the board first on ladies' night as Sebastian Zawada belts a 2-run homer just into the box seats out there. It's 2-0 X's. However, the Birds would have an answer in their half of the inning. That's Andrew Ely into right field. Alay Lago comes home. They'd add another run and tie things up at 2. Now on to the bottom of the 5th. X's have gone back on top 3-2. Lead doesn't last long, though. Kevin Taylor pops one into right field. In comes Graham Lowe. Canaries would get 2 more and take a 5-3 lead. They put it away in the 7th. The big blow, a 2-run single from the USF alum, Josh Raywalt. Sioux Falls takes it 8-4. They will go for the sweep tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. A couple miles away at Sherman Park, the final games of pool play in the 42nd Ringneck Softball Invitational. Sioux Falls looking to win their pool with a perfect 3-0 record against the Nebraska Quakes. And there's an earth-shaking double from Augustana commit Gracie Brink. 2 runs come in to score. It's 4-0 in the 3rd, and Brink comes home a few moments later when USF commit Shayla Running runs one through the hole. It was 5-0 after 3, and then in the 5th inning, a South Dakota State commit, Cheyenne Masterson, lines one just over the second baseman's glove. 2 more come in to score. Quite a series for Sioux Falls. They take it 8-0. They win their pool 3-0. They outscore their opponents combined 22-1. The Vermilion Flames, with a Z on the end, looking to finish a perfect pool play as well against Northwest Illusion out of Grand Island, Nebraska. Bottom 2, Kennedy Goldersh belts it to the wall. That'll score Emma Heine, and it's 1-0. You can make it 2-0 2 batters later when Peyton Halverson will perfectly drop this one into center field. That'll bring home Goldersh, and it's 2-0 after 2. Northwest, however, has a big 3rd inning. They were also undefeated coming into this game in pool play. Mackenzie Palu with an RBI single to right. That was part of a 4-run frame that gives them a 4-2 lead. However, it would be Vermilion getting the last laugh. Heine up again in the home half of the inning. She gets an RBI single as Vermilion rallies to get the victory by a final of 7-6. Championship play tomorrow. Nice day for golf as well. Second round of the Baker Crossing Pro-Am on the Dakotas Tour. Sioux Falls' Andre Metzger, the leader coming into the day at 7 under, got an early start, and here on the back nine, he nearly chips in for the eagle on number 2. Would have to settle for birdie, moving him to 8 under on the day. Very next hole, he was in a bit of trouble, needed this putt to save par. Actually, was trying to get a birdie here, my mistake, and it comes up just a bit short. He shoots an even par 71 on the day, and is still at 8 under. There was a little bit of movement below him on number 6. It's Neil Johnson with a chance to chip in for eagle. Nicely done. However, it goes just wide. He would tap in for the birdie putt, and he shoots a 4 under 67 on the day. We take a look at the leaderboard. Big crowd at the top. Robarge and Murphy at 10 under. They're tied for the lead. Miller, Woltman, Calkins also 9 under. Metzger in contention. Final round of that is tomorrow. Finally, on the PGA Tour, it was moving day at the 3M Open down in Blaine, Minnesota. On number 18, Matthew Wolff for birdie as he caps off a terrific 9 under par 62 round, pulling into the lead at 15 under par, but he has company atop the leaderboard. Colin Morikawa rolls in a birdie of his own. He shoots a 7 under 64, and it was a three-way tie as Bryson DeChambeau with a long bird of his own on number 1. He shoots a 1 under 70 as we take a look at the leaderboard heading into tomorrow's final round. Three-way tie atop the leaderboard, and again, plenty more in contention. Should be an exciting finish near Minneapolis. We're back in 1 moment.